guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a really exciting video today, and I don't normally do these types of videos because it's a book haul and I just, I try to not buy books too often, and if I do buy them I'll include like a haul in my vlogs, but I never really buy enough to constitute like a big unboxing book haul. So today I have one of those and I'm really excited because I found some great books on sale, and I still am planning to order some more from Pango Books. Some of those books are sold for really cheap on Pango, and it's so wonderful, and it's just like dangerous because my bank account is begging me to stop adding books to my cart. So yeah, I love Pango Books, but I got these off Amazon, and I know buying off Amazon is bad, so please don't yell at me. Either way, I'm really excited for this video. So yeah, let's get into it. I've got this big box and then this little package, just because they ship them separately. I don't really know why, but the majority of these are books. I did get some other stuff that is not book related, but the majority of these are books, and I'm so excited about that. But before we unbox, I wanted to talk about another book that I received recently, which is A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Lang. This is my pre-order, and this came out October 1st, and I got the pre-order of the deluxe edition, which is absolutely gorgeous with the sprayed edges and like the art on the edges. Can we not like look at my face, please? Like, focus on the artwork. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then the end papers are gorgeous as well. And then under the dust jacket, there's this on the front cover and this on the back. And it's just stunning. Like, honestly, it's just a stunning book, and I'm so lucky to have it. And I'm very excited to read it soon because I love Anne Lang. Every book well, I haven't read all of her books, but the ones I have read from her, I've really loved and really enjoyed. So I have a lot of high hopes for this, especially because this is her first like adult, more like historical book that's not like a young adult book. It is a romance, but it's more of like a forbidden romance because the main character is a spy, and it takes place kind of in a world inspired by like historic like China in a way, like a dynasty setting, but it seems super intriguing, and I think it involves some like military political tension as well, like along with the romance. So I'm really itching to read this, but I'm trying to stick to my TBR. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to this. Okay, and now let's get into the unboxing part of this video. I think I'm gonna start with the smaller one just because that's easier. So here we go. Okay, maybe not. Let's try the other side. There we go. That works a lot better. Hey, praying for no damages. Okay, I'm so excited. This is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is a young adult romance, I believe it is. But I've heard a lot of good things about this from like YouTubers I watch, and just in general, I feel like it's a really popular, well-loved book. And the concept in this is so intriguing because it's kind of inspired by a lot of those classic couples you see in the rom-coms. Like, they're doing like a lot of poses like the one from Dirty Dancing and all that. And it just looks super cute. So I'm not really 100% sure on the plot. I just was really intrigued by, number one, the good things I've heard, and also the inspiration from famous movies and things like that. I feel like this is going to remind me a lot of me and my boyfriend because we watch a lot of movies together, and we don't necessarily watch like a bunch of rom-coms, but I feel like this will remind me of us in a way, just because like we're always talking about movies, if that makes sense. And also the cover of this is so cute. I really, really love it. And this is a bit shorter, so I feel like it'll be a quick read, and I think wasn't there just like a sequel that came out? Nothing Like the Movies? I might be mistaken, but I feel like I've seen that around. So I'm excited to read this at some point. I'm not going to say when I'm going to read it because I genuinely don't know, but yeah, I'm super excited to get to this. Okay, now for the big box. I think I need to get my scissors or something. Okay, scissors acquired. Let's cut into it. Again, I am hoping for no damaged books because that would be a tragedy. And hopefully they treated this package well. Because it is a bigger box, and I know that things can kind of get jumbled around in there. I probably should cut the middle section too and not just tear it open. Here we go. Okay, it looks promising with the way it was packaged. So we'll start with the individual books. I did get a box set, which I'm excited about. So the first one was Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of this one too. It has gotten pretty popular. This is a sci-fi book, and it is the first book in a series. So again, I'm not really too sure what it's about. I feel like I should go into this blind, but I've seen a lot of people give this 5 stars, and that seems really like promising to me. So I feel like I'll really like this, especially since I love more higher stakes books anyways. Like I love fantasy with higher stakes and things like that. But I'll read the little synopsis here. It says, his wife taken, his people enslaved, driven by a longing for justice and the memory of lost love, Darrow will stop at nothing to bring down his enemies, even if he must become one of them to do so. That just calls my name. Like that literally just sounds like the perfect book to me. So I feel like I'm really excited for this. The only other sci-fi I've ventured into is Dune, and I have not finished that book. I started it in April and it's October and I haven't started it, or I haven't finished it. So I'm kind of familiar with sci-fi, but like I haven't really read too much of it. I mainly read fantasy. So I'm excited, and also this map is so cool. Like, it's not the most detailed thing ever, but I feel like sci-fi maps are always the coolest thing. I really, really enjoy them. I just like maps and books in general. And then the next one I got is actually a book I've already read, but I read it, I think, 3 years ago in 2021, and I read it on my, like, Kindle, like, iPad, and I kind of just, like, read it because I was curious. Like I heard a lot of people say good things about it and I wanted to try it, and I remember liking it, but I don't think I marked it on Goodreads for whatever reason. So like I know I've read this, but I want to reread it because I want to like start this series and actually get into this series because I know it's so beloved. But that is Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and this is the first book in the Addicted Sisters series, which is a mouthful, by the way. But I know all these books follow different sisters in this family, and this one follows Lily and what's his name? Lauren. Lily and Lauren, and I remember some moments about this, and I remember really enjoying like the family aspect and the relationship and like how they dealt with things, because basically the premise of this is that Lily is addicted to sex and Lauren is addicted to alcohol, and they are both kind of like hit rock bottom, but they're together and they have to work through their issues, and it just is like really like deep, and it was just really meaningful, like of a romance book, like the most meaningful romance book I've ever read, just how they like started to overcome their issues together. And I really wanted to start the second book after I read this one, but I guess for whatever reason I didn't. So now I really want to reread this and continue the series, because I feel like if I enjoyed this I'll actually enjoy the rest of it, because I've read some first books in romance series and really not enjoyed them enough to continue, even if there's like lore throughout the series, like with the family or whatever. Like I remember I read Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark this year. I had hoped it would be one of those romance series that I could just like follow the characters and just fall in love with the whole family, but I just did not like that book. So hopefully this one can be the one for me. Besides like Chestnut Spring series, like that is just like a casual thing, but I just want to connect to these characters in this story because I remember really liking it. So I'm excited to reread this, and I'm really happy to have the physical copy because I feel like it's always better to have a physical copy of a book you enjoy than to not. Okay, and then sadly we've got to the last book of, or the last books, plural, of this video, but that is a box set of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and I've already read the first one, but I'm really excited to have the next 2 books in this series so that now I can officially complete it. Hopefully not binge read it, because I read the first book so fast and I just want to like savor the next 2 because I feel like they're just such good stories. Like Holly Jackson is such a good writer. So let me like open this up and then I'll pull out each book and show you. Okay, this is probably gonna be satisfying, but whoa. That was kind of nice. I know I'm probably never gonna get them all back in there that smoothly ever again, but that's okay. They're meant to be read. They're not to be put in the box all the time. Here's the first book, tongue twister. Here's the first book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I read this recently. I gave it 5 stars. It's one of my favorites of the year, and I absolutely love it. And I did watch the show. I thought the show was good. It was just okay, but I definitely preferred the book. It was just so much more like, I don't know, stressful, like suspenseful, that's the right word. And I definitely recommend this. If you don't know what this is about, it follows the main character Pip, and she decides to do a project for her school. She has to do this project, but she decides to reopen and reinvestigate the death of Sal and Andy Bell, which basically what happened is that Andy was murdered and everyone thought that Sal did it. So she reopens this case and investigates it herself, and a lot of things unfold from there. And like, it's kind of like small town, and there's like a lot of interconnected people, and it's a murder mystery, so you get to solve it with her like while you read. And that's what I loved about this, is that it just kept me guessing. And there's a scene in here where she has like the murder board with like the red string, and that's how I felt too. So it was just so fun and just really, really well written and enjoyable. Next book in the series is Good Girl Bad Blood, and the third one is As Good as Dead, and this one's kind of like thicker. Oh, this one might be longer. I wonder what this is about. I think this, what does this follow? Yeah, this follows Jamie Reynolds, who disappeared on the same night that town hosted a memorial for the 6-year anniversary of the deaths of Andy Bell and Sal Singh. So interesting, a disappearance. So they're investigating again. Pip and Ravi are investigating. I'm super intrigued to read this, and I want to pick this up right now, but I know I should not. Oh gosh, I'm just happy to have it. And also, look how floppy these books are. These are some well-made floppy books. Like, I'm so happy to have these. They're such good quality. This, I'm not going to read the synopsis of because I don't want to get spoiled for anything that might have happened in Good Girl Bad Blood. I don't know why they do that, but just in case, I don't want to know anything. But I'm taking the dark cover as a sign that this is the darkest book. I have heard some things that people were just like mind boggled at this book. So I'm stressed, but you know, we'll get through this first and then we'll worry about this. This stack is bigger than I thought. So all in all, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books in total, which is a pretty hefty book haul if I do say so myself. And I got them for the most part on sale, so of course I'm proud of that too. Saving some money, you know. But yeah, anyways, I'm super excited to have all these books and obviously excited to read them. I probably should not have ended to my endless physical TBR because I still have so many books from years ago that I've owned and have not read yet. I know, please slap me, please just yell at me to read them. But yeah, I'm just very excited to have these. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you in my next video, which I don't know what that will be. I planned to do a fun reading vlog, but it got crashed, it got foiled. My plans got foiled by school, which I'm not surprised about, but I'm frustrated by. So I'm not sure what my next video will be, but I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.